What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to part 3 and the final part of the Back to Basics series. Today's video, we are talking common uses of concealer. There are tons of different concealers on the market, tons of ways to use concealer, but today I'm going to touch on the topics of color correcting, highlighting, and spot concealing. We're just going to jump right into demo mode, and I'm going to show you guys exactly what I am talking about and the different ways that you can use the concealer. I hope this video was helpful for you, and I hope that you guys enjoy. So let's get into it. Close and personal. All right, so first we're going to start with color correcting. So we are going to color correct under my eyes today because I do have a little bit of darkness underneath my eyes. So we're going to start out with a color corrector. This is from Milani. It is in a peach color. And then this one is from Bobbi Brown. And this one is also in a peach color. That's going to be important for the dark circles. So I'm going to take a little bit on a little paintbrush and I'm going to focus it right where that discoloration is. I'm not going to take it underneath the entire eye just because I don't want my makeup to be cakey. And then I'm just going to take my finger and tap this out because it is a little bit thicker, but you can use a brush or a sponge, whatever you want to do, whatever your heart desires. But as you can see, this eye is now just a little bit brighter than the other eye. So that's a win. Then we're going to take the Tower 28 concealer in my shade and we're going to cover up that color corrector on one side and not on the other. Then I'm going to let it dry a little bit. I don't have patience, so I take a little fan, but do you. Then I'm going to take a sponge and I'm going to blend this out very gently on top of that color corrector. Again, I did color corrector on one eye and not on the other, so you can see the difference. Gonna go to the other eye. It's going to be a slight difference, but if you have darker circles, you're definitely going to want to make sure you go in with that color corrector. So as you guys can see, this is the difference. One side with the color corrector, one side without, so it's just a little bit brighter. At this point, I realized my lips were chapped, so I'm going with a little bit of lip gloss. But as you can see, from this eye to the other, one eye is a little bit brighter than the other one. So boom, it looks good. So next up, we're going to talk about spot concealing. I am having a lot of acne right now, unfortunately. So I'm going to take this Nars matte creamy concealer in the pot or whatever it's called. And I'm going to use another little paintbrush. And we're just going to literally dot this all over my little pimples. And this is going to take me a while because I don't know what's going on with my face right now, but I have a lot of acne. So you can do this if you want just to put on the concealer and do your makeup and go, or you can do this first before putting on your foundation just to help the acne not show through the foundation. But for today's purpose, I'm just going to show you how I do it natural. So now I'm going to take a little brush and I'm just going to gently blend it out. I'm kind of like pushing rather than like brushing or like rubbing. I don't know how to call it, but I'm just kind of stippling this concealer into the skin so that I don't remove any of the product because we need it to stay intact to cover that redness. If your pimples or your acne is a little bit more red than mine, you can take a green color corrector first and then do this step and it'll cover your acne perfectly. I get a little red underneath the nose, so I'm just making sure to blend that out. This is the before and this is after the concealer, so yes. Next up, we're going to talk about highlighting, but wait, we got to go back and use that color corrector. I'm using the Milani one this time, doing the same thing because especially when you're using a lighter concealer, you really need to use a color corrector if you have any sort of darkness, because if you don't, it's going to look ashy, just trust me. So we're blending that out with a little sponge really quick and then we're good to go. So I'm taking the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in a shade that is 2 to 3 shades lighter than my natural skin tone, as you can see, and then I'm going to take this underneath my eyes and pretty much anywhere that I want to highlight. You want to highlight anywhere you want to bring forward. So I'm just doing mine under my eyes, on the forehead, on the chin, and then I'm going to go down the nose and do the little tip of my nose as well. Then we're going back to the fan and we're drying that concealer down. Then we're going to start blending in no particular order. It doesn't really matter. I'm kind of everywhere. It just changes. But I'm just making sure to blend this out. I'm a beauty blender girly for life, but you can use a brush or whatever you want to use. I would use a brush or a sponge for this just so you keep the most coverage. I definitely would not use your fingers for this unless you're using a concealer that, I don't know, is a little bit more natural. So as you can see, we are brightened and highlighted. Ooh. All right, you guys, so that is it for today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video today. If it was helpful for you, definitely give this video a thumbs up. And I would also love for you to comment down below if there's any area that you would like tips and tricks to help with your makeup routine. So definitely let me know down in the comments below how I can help you out. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.